Jermaine Cole for three. Sorry, I'm just practicing. I'm just practicing for if that actually happens. But hello, everyone. How y'all doing out there, man? I hope y'all doing good. Staying safe and just staying alive. So, if you're new to my channel, I am a commentary, I guess, commentator or something. I don't know exactly what to call it just yet, but I like to do commentaries on this channel at least. I have a reacting channel. I'll leave that link for you guys to go check that out. But this channel, yeah, I do commentaries. I like to do social topics, social issues, sports, depending on if it falls in line with a social topic, politics if it falls in line with a social topic, and just social topics in general or celebrity news. That's my main stuff. Controversial topics, like my two biggest playlists on my channel, on this channel at least, is controversial topics and celebrity issues. So because most social topics are controversial. But let me get into this though. So yeah, my intro, Jermaine Cole for three. Just imagine that for a minute. Just take a second to imagine it. Let's sit down and actually think about that as an actual possibility. Because nowadays, man, you never know. Because J. Cole, he's not typically in the news for anything other than music. I know recently, maybe a few weeks ago, he was in the news for just a complete blatant misunderstanding and exaggerate and an exaggeration on many people's snowflakes, many of them. But other than that, he's not in the news unless it's for music. So when this article came out, I had a slight feeling that it's true. Now I don't think he's confirmed it, but coming from Master P, I don't know. I feel like he's credible, but I had to think about it. Like I've never heard Master P and J Cole linked to anything else before, and I feel like J Cole has reach in the NBA. So I feel like if he was gonna, let's say, try to make a roster spot, he would hit one of his friends up in the NBA, LeBron. And not to join the Lakers per se, but LeBron has some pull in the NBA, and I'm LeBron and J Cole are cool. But like I said, let's sit down and actually think about this. And I had to try to be objective because I'm a Cole stan, like to the deepest core of that definition of that word, like to the fullest effect of what a stan can be. That's me when it comes to J. Cole. But for the sake of this video, slash my job, because I take this as my job, I had to be objective. Now, first thing I'll say is I wouldn't mind seeing him in the league at all. I actually wouldn't. Now, let me just hear me out. But as much as I wouldn't mind seeing him in the league, I wouldn't want him to get it just because he's J. Cole. Like, I don't think he should get a spot on a team just because he's J. Cole. And I know the Pistons already offered him something. I hope he doesn't go there. He needs to go to a winning team. We don't need to see him taking any L's in basketball, even though it would happen. I'll get into that later on. And why I say that is because I feel like if he was to just get a spot just because he's J. Cole, that would delegitimize the allure or the respectability that comes in the NBA. And I get into that later too. And why I say that is because, all right, you know how a few years ago, I guess the higher ups in the NBA or the former NBA players, they wanted to like do away with the one and done rule, that the 1 year in college and straight to the pros. Because you remember how people was coming straight out of high school. A few players like LeBron and I think Kobe too and Amari Stoudemire came straight from high school, and they did away with that because they felt like if you have that rule, first of all, who would want to go to college in that point? And then other than that, it kind of like you have people in the NBA that's not ready for it. Young kids straight out of high school getting millions. They was poor, broke, whatever, and now they're getting millions. They're not ready for it. And I think they wanted to stop that one and done rule because they want they you have a lot of young kids young adults, not grown men just yet, making it to the NBA and they're not ready for it. They're not ready for the responsibilities and the big deal that comes with making it on such a grand stage. And I think J. Cole making it is not too far fetched of an idea in terms of his skills. Because if you see him play, he actually plays with other NBA players. He's actually good. He's actually decent, right? He's actually better than some people that's in the league right now, and he has the height to make it in the league. He has the height. But my main thing is his conditioning. Like, is he physically able to do so? You know what I mean? I don't see that. That's the one thing I don't see. Cause I watched watching the documentary, the Michael Jordan documentary, and that when he had left and he came back, he wasn't physically in shape. He looked like he was like if you saw him, you wouldn't even know. But that's when I realized there really is a difference. Like there's an NBA shape that if you want to be good or great in the NBA, you have to be in this type of shape or better. Like LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, and other greats that was in NBA shape. If you like, if you know, you know. That's what I'm gonna say about that. And what I also have to think about, and this is for the other J. Cole fans and stands out there, if he was to make it in the NBA, you would have to worry about people going at him. Like, I'm sure there's people out there who would be jealous or be upset at the easy route he had, like pretty much a handout in making the NBA, and all these other NBA players that had to do this, do that, go overseas, AAU, had all of these hurdles to make it, and then you have this one person. Just because he's a world-renowned, famous, legendary, will go down in history as a rapper. Just because he's that, he made the NBA. You have some people in the NBA that will want to go at him. That might want to cross him over, dunk on him. I don't want to see that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to see that, man. I'm not, but I know that there's gonna be people that want to purposely embarrass him just because, or maybe they don't like a song that he made, or maybe they still hung up over "Snow on the Bluff" and that, well, like I said, complete blatant misunderstanding and whatever else you want to call that. They want to embarrass him for that. Man, I don't want to see that, and I'm sure no other J Cole fan wants to see that. But like I said, that's what comes along with playing in the NBA. You playing basketball against the best of the best. You know that's what's gonna happen. Man, I'm not against it, right? I'm not, but like I said, the Detroit Pistons offered him a spot. I don't like that. I'm sure they wouldn't just let him on the NBA team. I'm sure they wouldn't just let him on the team just like that. But just the fact that they offered him a spot that easily, I know they said it's for the dreamers out there. I love that because I'm a dreamer myself, man. J. Cole got me on that, man. I've been a dreamer, but I've been more like a daydreamer. But I'm on it to where I want my daydreams or my dreams in general to come to life. And that's what J. Cole came in. That's why I'm such a huge J. Cole fan. He got me on that, man. And I love it. And I never okay, that's another video. But like I said, I think he should, if this is true, he should go to the G League first. Don't let him on the NBA team just like that, just because he's J. Cole. Like I said, this is a J. Cole stand. These are words coming from a J. Cole stand. He can do no wrong in my book. But I don't think he deserves this. Because imagine all the other G League players that's in the, or who came from the G League that's in the NBA now, or the G League players that's there now. Imagine all the hurdles, the hardships, the pain, the suffering, the long nights, the crying, the blah, blah, blah. And like I said, that's not to say that J. Cole didn't have that. He had that in the rap game. And if you know his career, he had that. But for basketball, I don't think he's had that. Maybe he's having that now, if this is true and he's actually genuinely trying to make the league. But come on. And he shouldn't get it just because he's a world famous rapper. Don't delegitimize the NBA just for J. Cole. I love J. Cole. One day I'm sure he'll comment on one of my posts or something. I love to work with J. Cole one day. But like I said, who knows? If this is actually true. So thank you. And 5 likes. I'm aiming for that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know we can do it. And I really appreciate the support that I'm getting, man. We're taking this to the top. Subscribe if you want to be a part of the process. Thank you.